Your name, your address, and your phone number are floating around the internet. Easy for strangers, scammers, and companies you've never heard of to find. Data brokers and shady databases collect and sell your private details to anyone willing to pay, putting you at risk of nonstop spam, scams, and fraud. You can't stop them from collecting data, but you can control who gets to keep it. That's why I use Incogni. They remove your private information from more than 420 of these sites automatically. And with their unlimited plan, you get total coverage. If you spot your personal details anywhere else online, just send them the link, and their privacy experts will get it taken down. It's the easiest, most complete way to protect yourself and personal life. Right now, you can lock in 60% off with my exclusive deal at privacykim.com. Go to privacykim.com right now and start protecting your privacy. This is so important. Privacykim.com. That's privacykim.com.
You're listening to The Kim Komando Show. Here's hour 3.
So I saw this video. I thought it was totally fake. A dad watched a giant whale swallow his son, and he caught the whole thing on video. Believe it or not, the kid survived. The whale spit the son out of his mouth and his kayak after just a few seconds.
That wasn't fake?
No.
I scrolled right by it. I thought this is not real, and I just kept going.
One moment he's paddling, the next one he's completely gone. So I started thinking, I wonder if the kid's name was Jonah. I mean, what if the kid's name was Jonah? It's such an inspiring story. I mean, Jonah was down in the mouth and he came out okay.
You're just peppering the show with awful jokes today.
And of course, I'm Kim Komando, America's beloved digital goddess, and that's Andrew Babinski, and he's not. Because you are a morning show co-host.
Yeah, 99.9 KEZ in Phoenix, an iHeartRadio station. And now I'm here with you every single weekend.
And of course, Kim Komando Show is always here to make sure that you are tech ahead and never left tech behind. You can find the show on over 420 top stations across the United States. And we're streaming in your favorite radio app. Just search for my last name, Komando. And you can also get us as a podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. Every single day, it's my labor of love. I make sure that I know everything that's happening in the tech world. I don't know a lot about anything that's happening in politics or finance, but I do know what's happening in the tech-verse. And here are the top 5 things that you need to know right now. In the past, all the guys in Silicon Valley, they used to have this uniform. Steve Jobs, he set the standard. Right, Andrew? Black turtleneck, jeans, Birkenstocks.
Right, these billionaires, or they'll wear the same thing every single day, no matter what, never change clothes.
That's exactly right. That was Mark Zuckerberg.
Yep.
And he called it decision fatigue. And back in those days, even though Jeff Bezos was a billionaire, do you know that he still drove a 1997 Honda Accord?
Not anymore.
No, not since he has Lauren Sanchez.
Exactly. She made him upgrade.
And that's what's happening. If you start looking at what's like, Mark Zuckerberg looks totally different.
Oh, yeah, he's got like that perm. He's trying to get all buff doing jujitsu or whatever he's doing.
Recently, he was sporting a $895,000 watch.
He's a billionaire.
Jeff Bezos is hanging out at fashion shows and cruising around on his $500 million mega yacht.
Well, have you seen his fiance? I'd go wherever she wanted me to go, too.
She looks a little phony to me.
Okay, but she's not ugly.
I didn't say she was ugly. I just said she looks phony. She got those, I don't like when women get their lips done like that.
No, neither do I.
It's just too much.
You're talking like this all the time. Jeff, we need to go to the runway show, Jeff.
Moving on to number 2. I love me some football.
Oh, huge fan.
Cincinnati Bengals quarterback.
That just flew right out. You're not going to tell me? It's Joe Burrow. Of course it's Joe Burrow.
Okay, well, the reason why I'm talking to him
cool.
is that apparently the Chilean gangs have targeted him, and they stole $300,000 in jewelry.
And he's not alone. I mean, this has been happening all football season long.
Yeah, the preferred victims are celebrities, athletes, anyone who travels frequently. They also are looking for anybody on social media that's posting what they have.
Right, so they know where your whereabouts are every single time you post.
So the bottom line here is don't post your stuff on social media.
No, I'm just not going to become rich and famous. Then I won't have to worry about this.
You know what? That's why you're so smart.
I'm doing so well at it, too.
That's it. Moving on to number 3, let's talk about the limestone mine storing all the records of the federal employees, the retirees, rather. Why weren't these records digitized years ago? When the Pennsylvania limestone mine was news, it's actually been around for years. Now, they're not digitized, all these records. And this is why it takes, if somebody wants to retire in the federal government, it takes them months and months and months because they have to do the paperwork.
Like legit paperwork?
Yes.
I can't copy paste?
No. In the 1980s, our government decided that inputting all this data without a staff of thousands would just not be possible. So they decided that they would hire a government contractor to build a computer system that went into the 1990s. By then, it was 2008. This is the job that we needed. It was a floppy disk-based system.
In the 80s?
No, they started the project in the 80s, went into the 90s. It got finished in 2008.
Finished with a floppy disk in 2008?
Yes.
Government at work.
So to this day, Iron Mountain employees work each day 200 feet underground, filing by hand. That's why it takes 3 months for a government worker to retire.
Oh, my gosh.
And they can only process like 10,000 people a day.
We have like $1 trillion economy, and this is how we do this?
Where's the floppy disk reader?
Exactly.
This is a story that comes to us out of Oregon, where this is legal. Woman signed a consent letting the Idaho police search her phone. The sheriff back in her Oregon town got curious about her arrest and asked the county prosecutor to get a copy of all of her phone's data without a warrant, without consent, and without any reason to believe that she did anything wrong. The prosecutor, Grant County DA Jim Carpenter, got Idaho officials to hand over all the phone data, dug through her personal files, found the nudes,
Okay.
and tipped off the sheriff about them. Then the photos started making the rounds around the sheriff's office. The woman, Haley Olson, she sued. And the court said, yeah, this is a massive Fourth Amendment violation. But Carpenter, the DA, got off scot-free because of something called qualified immunity. You know what that is?
No. I hear of those guys on the internet. They do the First Amendment rights videos. They always yell out qualified immunity.
It's a legal loophole that shields government officials unless a previous court case might say that their actions were unconstitutional.
Okay.
So, before you sign away your rights, you might want to make sure it's on your phone. Maybe get a lawyer.
This might be a question for you. You know how we all have our car insurance on our phones now? Mm-hmm. I had an officer ask me for my phone to see the insurance, and I just held it up to him. And he wanted to take my phone in his possession.
No.
Oh, yeah, I didn't let it happen.
What did he say?
I just said, you're going to have to get all the information here. And he didn't really. He was like, oh, okay, fine. He took out a notebook. But he just asked to take my phone back to his car.
No, don't let him do that.
Yeah, that's bad news.
And finally, this, coming in at number 5. Would you buy this car? It's purple.
Okay.
It has a giant yellow minion painted on it.
No.
It's got 116,000 miles.
Not bad.
The side mirror is duct taped on.
Okay. I'm not worried about the duct tape. I'm worried about the minion.
The license plate bolted on with vice grip pliers that are still sitting there. It has a 1.8 liter engine. What kind of car do you think that is? Just give me a brand.
Buick.
A Toyota Corolla.
Okay.
Okay. YouTube mechanic Scotty Kilmer, one of the biggest names, they say, in the car world. I don't follow him.
No?
No.
And you're a car girl.
Met a guy who actually bought this exact Toyota Corolla, and he says he's never getting rid of it because he bought it for $2.
I mean, if you sold it for $4, he's doubled his investment.
Scotty says this baby's going to last forever. I'd never get rid of it.
Because it's a Toyota.
Talk about karma.
You didn't even have to read that one off your notes. You just had. Was that an improv? Did you improv that
was
one?
an improv.
Good job.
Okay. All right, coming up, we have just the best callers ever. We're going to talk about how your grocery store is tracking you, though. We have an app privacy report. And then there's a scam that concerns the show Virgin River. And, of course, you have me, Kim Commando. If for any reason you're listening to the show gets interrupted, don't worry. You can always get the rest of the show as a podcast at getkim.com. Okay, imagine getting $500 for yourself and then $500 to give someone who truly deserves it. Maybe it's a teacher, a nurse, a fireman, a neighbor, a stranger who's been through some tough times. Well, that's our Pay It Forward contest. It's happening right now. You can win $500, and then I'm going to give $500 to somebody else. And you can enter to win right now at winfromkim.com. Once again, that's winfromkim.com. All right, Andrew, you ready?
Yes.
We're going to take all the calls.
Let's do this.
Okay, Dennis in, our hometown, Phoenix, Arizona. Hi, Dennis. What's going on?
So, thank you for taking my call, and thanks for the newsletter that you do for everybody every day. It's awesome. So, my concern is we're into a national medical services program where we offer wound care for patients that are remote, and we're concerned about cybersecurity measures that we can take, and we know all the firms out there that provide various services, and we're kind of lost in the woods with all of that. So we're looking for guidance.
Oh, wow. This is a big topic, especially because you have to make sure that you're all HIPAA compliant.
That is correct.
So do you have any IT help at all?
Very little. Very little.
Yeah, because this is a major project that you're undertaking because
Absolutely.
You need all kinds of encryption, firewalls, security, VPNs, email security, secure cloud storage, and I'm sure there's collaboration, there's correspondence, there's billing, there's marketing.
You want to just close down shop, Dennis? This sounds too hard.
You can do it. You can do it. But I'll tell you where I would start first, fresh and clean, is there's something that we all have in business now. It's called cybersecurity insurance. And in order to qualify for cybersecurity insurance, which you're going to need for your business, is our agent is going to come tell you exactly what you need in order to qualify for cybersecurity insurance. And that includes, like I mentioned, encryption, firewalls, being HIPAA compliant, and in addition to that, training. Because you can't get you could get cybersecurity insurance, but if you're cheap like me, frugal, right, Andrew?
Yeah, sure. Okay. Whatever you want to call it.
That you always ask for the discount. How can I save some money on this? And my agent came back and said, well, if you have quarterly training sessions, we can lower your insurance by a certain amount. So basically, cyber insurance is what happens if you get hacked and your business is shut down.
Sure.
Okay. So do you need a recommendation on somebody who could help you get this off the ground on an IT level?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So I want to do some homework for you. I think I have somebody in mind. I don't know if he has the time, but he's somebody who I would trust to hand this project over and then know exactly what they're doing, but also not rip you off. Because that's the problem. When you start talking to some of these consultants, some of these implementers, is that they may take advantage of you. And they may be getting a piece of the action on the back end. You don't know exactly what's going on. You also need somebody you can trust because they're going to have access to all your records. And then you need a contract, a service contract, because you want to be able to call upon them 24/7 on a Saturday at 10 p.m. when somebody can't access their records. So this is a big deal.
Can I ask a question about the cyber insurance?
Yeah.
Would it cover a ransom if you ever were to need it?
Yes.
So if someone, I don't know, takes over all the records here in the business and the business is going to fail if it's not released back to you, your insurance would pay that ransom?
Correct.
That's cool.
Well, they will negotiate the ransom.
Okay.
Too. And that's also the fine point, is once you get a claim, your first phone call is to your insurance agent. And then they will assign you a case number, a case identifier, whoever it may be. And I don't know, they want to assign their own lawyers. It's been my experience, not with ransomware, with other things, that I don't know if the insurance company's lawyers are always the best lawyers.
Okay.
And so that's why when you start looking at cyber insurance or really any type of cyber policy, is you want to have in there the ability not just for your deductible, but you want to have the ability to select your own lawyer, or at least have a say. If you talk to their lawyer and you don't like their lawyer, that you can move forward. Because if a lawyer is working for an insurance company or they're working for you.
Yeah, the goal is to make money for the insurance company.
Yeah. Okay. And also, they don't really care about the costs. And I know there are lawyers right now that are listening going, oh, no, Kim, that's not me. Oh, no.
That lawyer sounds like a dolt.
Yeah, that's
no.
No. But it is. But you have to start thinking about now with your business, like you mentioned. How long could you go if they were to wipe out everything, just lock you out of your system? What would happen? What are the fail-safe? What are the 3 points of failure? How much money are you going to lose? And a lot of people don't think about that. You know, it's like, they just got to go along.
When you analyzed this business and found out that information, were you shocked about how little time you were able to do it?
No, I'm in a different business.
Okay.
Because I have backups of our programming on the satellite, and we don't necessarily deal with day-to-day activity.
Okay.
The newsletters being sent from an ESP, an email service provider, we have very little that we're looking at right here that says it's a critical access point, which is great.
Yeah, that's another security step right there. Get everything off-site.
Yeah, get everything off-site, have redundancy, good things like that. So here's the deal. Dennis, I put you on hold. Let me get your name and phone number. Let me do some homework. Let me do some research. But I think I have the person in mind, but I don't want to say his name until I know that this is actually, he's got time for you. Hey, listen, if you're looking to make some money, you ought to take a look at the Amazon Affiliates program. And you can be an associate. So if you have a cooking blog, a YouTube channel, anything on social media, is that you can be making a commission on whatever you sell through Amazon. Like you see the links in our newsletter, I'm an Amazon affiliate. I'm actually a top creator right now on Amazon. And we've got some more information about this over on the website. And still to come, we have more of your phone calls and more great tips and secrets that you can never afford to miss here on The Kim Komando Show.
From coast to coast and worldwide on the Armed Forces Network, America's digital goddess, Kim Komando.
If you own a home, listen up. This is scary. The FBI is warning about a crime on the rise, home title theft. And it doesn't happen the way you might think. No break-ins, no stolen keys, just a forged signature on a single piece of paper filed with the county. In minutes, criminals can transfer the title out of your name, then use your ownership to drain your equity or even sell your home. The worst part, most people don't know what's happening until they get collection or foreclosure notices in the mail. That's why I trust Home Title Lock. When you visit HometitleLock.com/Kim, you'll get a free title history report and a 14-day free trial of their $1 million triple lock protection, including 24/7 monitoring of your home's title, urgent alerts to changes, and if fraud does happen. Their U.S.-based restoration team will work to restore your title, covering costs up to $1 million. Don't wait. Protect your home and equity today. Get your free 14-day trial at HometitleLock.com/Kim. That's HometitleLock.com/Kim.
Big news. Sephora is now on Uber Eats. So if you find yourself facing a beauty emergency, like needing a last-minute gift, or you're just out of your favorite mascara, again, don't panic. We got you. Order now and get $10 off on Sephora orders of $50 or more on the Uber Eats app. Order now. Offer ends October 30th. One order per customer. Additional terms apply. See app for availability. Delivery fees may apply.
The family that vacations together stays together. At least that was the plan. Except now the Dastardly desk clerk is saying he can't confirm your connecting rooms.
Wait, what?
That's right, ma'am. You have rooms 201 and 709.
No, we cannot be 5 floors away from our kids.
The doors have double locks. They'll be fine.
When you want connecting rooms confirmed before you arrive, it matters where you stay.
Welcome to Hilton. I see your connecting rooms are already confirmed.
Hilton, for the stay.
All right, coming up, we have some great tips. Like, for example, how to get an app privacy report. That's probably something that you never thought about. And there's a Virgin River scam. What is that? Yeah, about the show. Unbelievable. But before we get to all that, let's talk about when you go grocery store shopping. Because, you know, your grocery store is actually tracking everything that you do. And you are paying with your data, especially with those loyalty cards, because they track every purchase, preference, and visit. And your store's mobile app even goes further. Using your phone's location tracking, retailers know exactly when you're in the store, creating these coupons tailored right to your movements. Then, of course, there's artificial intelligence. The store's cameras that analyze your shopping habits and turning that into data that they what? Yes, they do sell. So how do you stop it? Well, number one, you pay with cash. You don't link to any loyalty programs. You can turn off location tracking. You leave your phone in your car. And then if you wanted to use the loyalty program, do what I do. You can always ask the cashier, hey, you know what? I don't have a loyalty card. Can I use yours? And she'd be like, yeah, of course. You can do that. Miguel in Katy, Texas, glad to have you with us. Hi, Miguel.
Hi, Kim. My question is, in 2001, a priest and I started a support network for survivors of traumatic events.
Okay.
And so we've been around 20 years, and we have a good track record, and but we've never focused on money. And really, we have a website, but nothing fancy. And we have 722 Facebook followers.
Okay.
And so what my question is, how can we reach more people to let them know this group exists? Not having any money.
Without any money. Yeah, I get that. Well, what a lot of faith-based organizations do is they will start building their social media presence even bigger. 722 followers is not that high, not that great. And so I would, number one, focus on that and encourage the 722 people to invite 5 of their closest friends and so you can start building that network through kind of a virtual word of mouth. But you have to give content on Facebook that will resonate with people. What are you posting right now?
Every morning we post 5 self-help type memes, just across the broad spectrum of everything that encompasses, because, different people come to us for different reasons. Mm-hmm. They've gone through different forms of trauma. So, we post like stuff about domestic violence, stuff about trafficking, stuff about sexual abuse, financial abuse, elder abuse, you name it.
It's a lot. There's a lot of good stuff.
So we do that. We do 5 memes a day. Are
they getting any interaction?
No, not
All right.
much.
Then it's not working. It's time to move on. It's just time to move on.
Okay.
Maybe think of a Bible verse for the day.
Oh yeah, that happens on. Yeah, as a matter of fact, on the website it does.
Okay.
Not on the Facebook though.
Well, now you can put throw that up on Facebook.
Okay.
And on your before we leave the Bible verse, maybe ask people under the Bible verse, ask them to comment on things that they want you to pray for. So this way you could have a virtual prayer sometime in the afternoon, or maybe you do that live on Facebook, say at 3 p.m., 4 p.m., and say, give us all everything that you'd like us to pray for, and at 4 p.m., we will pray for you, and we will do it live.
And do you do that every day?
It's a big job doing it every day. But if you could,
I know that's what I'm thinking.
But if you could do it once or twice a week, I think that'd be awesome. And
cool.
And when you set up a Facebook event, all your 722 members, followers, are going to get a notification that you're going live. So we're starting to develop some interaction, and that's what we need. So when Facebook sees interaction, that's when they go, this looks like it's pretty good. I think I'll show it to other people. And that's why you want to ask them to comment on things. Okay?
Right.
You mentioned your website. Of course, you have everything there, I'm sure. Do you have a Google business profile?
Yes.
Whatever you have there. Okay.
It.
Whatever you have there.
We had 90 people looked at our business profile last month.
All right. So what we need to do is work on that. So put photos, service details, your contact, any updates. Ask people to give you reviews, because that also helps you get to a different level with Google Business. You can also reach out to any other faith-based influencers, blogs, tell them exactly what you're doing, ask them to spread the word. Now, if you're not already doing email marketing, you need to do that.
No, we're not doing that.
So you set that up once a week, maybe every Sunday, that you send out a short newsletter, and use something like MailChimp because it's free, up to 500 people, especially if you're a nonprofit.
Okay.
It's free up to 500 contacts. That's what it is. After that, it's just a few bucks a month. You can also accept donations online.
Yeah, we do that on our website.
Okay. You can have a donate button on Facebook.
I think there might be one there. I'm not sure.
And start thinking of other ways that you can bring them in, right? Help them. You're doing fabulous things. Now, I don't know if you'd find anybody willing to do it, but if you could tell somebody's story and how you help them, that would be an amazing.
We have that on the website.
Okay, that would be an amazing thing to put up on Facebook and also on a YouTube channel.
Okay, wow, a YouTube channel. Okay.
So you set up a YouTube channel, and you could also go live on YouTube. So you're starting to use social media to your advantage.
Right. I see where you're going with this. Yeah.
And it's a big job. It's a big job. So what I would suggest that you do is, have you used ChatGPT at all?
Twice, just playing with it.
Okay, I want you to play with it. And I want you to say, be a faith-based organization social media expert. And that's how you always want to start out to your ChatGPTs. You need to tell Chat what role it needs to be. And, you could say, I want you to analyze my website. Take and tell me what's wrong with my website. These are my goals with my website. What is not on my website?
Wow, okay.
And it'll come back and tell you what's wrong with your website. You could do the same thing with your Google Business Profile. Give it the link and say, what is wrong? What am I not doing right here? And
wow.
And I have a Facebook page, and what am I doing wrong on my Facebook page? And it may not necessarily be able to connect to your Facebook page, but you can say, this is my page, and these are my ideas. What can I do else with this? Now, to generate a really nice graphic for your Bible verse of the day, there's a site called Canva, and that's Canva. Canva makes it so easy to create these images that you're just going to throw on social media, really. So here's what I want you to do. Miguel, take everything that I said, let it sit there in your noggin, do some homework, and then give me a call back. And then I'll help you take it to the next level. Whatever that level is, we'll take it to the next level, okay? All right, still to come, where you have so many of your phone calls to take. Looking forward to that. And then later on, the Virgin River scam. It's a great show. Scam, not so much. Here on the Kim Komando Show.
America's biggest weekend radio show about all things digital. America's digital goddess, Kim Komando.
Hey, just a quick reminder, if you're too shy to come on a big-time radio show and podcast, I get that, but I still want to help you out. You can always drop me your questions. I read every single note that you send me over at the website, komando.com, and up at the top, there's a link that says Ask Kim. All right, back to the phones we go with Matthew in Bluff City, Tennessee. Hi, Matthew. Glad to have you with us. How can I help you out?
Kim. Well, I have a big problem at work.
Okay.
I'm a construction worker. We work outside in switch yards, away from places out in the middle of nowhere most times. And the current job we have is at a hydroelectric dam right next to a switch station. Our trailer's up against the fence. We're blocked by a building, and we have very, very poor cell reception.
Okay, and that surprises you? Okay.
Well, yeah, we knew it was going to happen. The whole area is poor. Even when we open the door, we still get one, maybe two bars, and then we still can't download stuff or can't upload or can't catch an email. I went on your site, which is amazing. I love it. I've used it many times for all kinds of stuff over the years. Get your email newsletter every day. I read it and love it.
Thank you.
And nothing told me what I needed to do. Everything I'm finding, even online searches other than your site, is I plug in to my Wi-Fi or my internet at home to boost the signal throughout my house. I need something similar to an antenna that goes on the outside of my work trailer that I can put a wire through the wall to a booster inside the wall, plug it in, whatever needs to be done, and that boosts whatever signal I get.
Well, you can do that. You can do that. Okay. There's a company by the name of called WeBoost. Okay. Sorry about it.
One easy one.
Yes. It's an outdoor antenna. You have a wireless indoor. A wired indoor repeater. Okay. It will boost for LTE and 5G. It will do that. It's $500, but I wouldn't put that in. I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
I would go a whole completely different route because you're still dependent upon what? The cell signals, right?
The cell signal, yes.
And so we're trying to figure out, we're going to stand there like a little boy holding a pole and say, okay.
And right now we open the door of the trailer, set 2 boxes by the door, set my laptop on it or my tablet,
and work
there with the door open.
That is so annoying.
We hang plastic to keep warm in the winter. No. It's very annoying. And
no, you don't.
We're trying to solve that.
Yeah, no. There's a far better way. Okay. In between the what is it? What kind of plant is it? Where are you at?
It's a
hydroelectric dam and your
and
trail.
Then we have right there. They have their switch yard.
Okay,
where all the power comes in.
All right,
and then
maintenance bill. We're just going to go a whole different way. I want you to sign up for Starlink.
Okay.
Satellite internet. Okay. We're not going to be dependent on the cellular signals. You just need a clear view of the sky to get it.
We do have that.
Okay. I thought so.
That's all we got.
It has low latency. It's great for remote locations. If you switch work sites, you can take it with you.
Okay.
The gear used to be $600. I thought I remember reading that the dish, which by the way is not a dish, it's about the size of an iPad.
Okay.
That it used to be like $600, but now I thought I had read that it was down to $350. And they have something called Starlink Roam. And it's really good for setups like you, for folks that are in trailers or RVs. The download speed is up to maybe 100 megabits per second, sometimes a little bit higher. Sometimes I get 124. I wish Starlink were a sponsor of the show, and I wish I could tell you like 3 different options for you for the same service, but there aren't. Okay, it's just, Elon Musk has done an amazing thing with 7,000 satellites orbiting Earth at this very moment. I have Starlink at my house as a backup because I see the Cox cable truck, I don't know, 1 or 2 times in the neighborhood. Even today, my husband called me. He's like, we're down again. I'm like, just switch and go to Starlink. And then I'm always sitting there going, why do we even have Cox cable if this works? I have Starlink on my boat. And it just works. It probably takes you an hour to set up, but you're not going to be sitting there struggling with a cell phone signal.
And when I retire next year, I can take it with me in my RV.
You can do that.
That's
and
one
there's
idea.
and if for some reason you don't need to go out to the trailer for a month, you can just pause the service.
Okay.
So it really is a win-win across many different levels, because then you're not sitting there, trying to say, "Oh, hey John, we'll just move that antenna a little bit more. Let's see if we can get just one more bar." Oh, isn't that annoying? Isn't that just a nightmare? Robert in Charleston, West Virginia, glad to have you with us. What's going on?
Yeah, hi, Kim. Thanks for taking my call. Me and my wife are proud grandparents, And as you know, as they get a little bit older, they learn how to use technology a lot better than we are. But we're interested in finding something other than a cell phone that we can get them and get video calling with them, because their parents are not always available when they want to talk to us, or vice versa. And we wanted something that they could use and operate and give us a shout whenever they want to.
You know, so the best thing that for you is an Amazon Echo Show.
Okay.
You get one, the kids get one, and they can say at any given time, drop in on Grandma and Grandpa, and your screen just comes right up, and you see the kiddos, and you accordingly can say, drop in on little Johnny and Janie, and that screen just comes right up. There's no charge. You just buy the Amazon Echoes.
Okay. Now, would that work with if I have the Amazon app on my phone? Could I do it from my phone also?
You can. No, you want to do it on the with the Echo Show itself. They may have changed that. The last time I checked, it wasn't possible. But I haven't used it in a while. But they may be able to do that at this given point. Just don't buy any Amazon products until after February 26th, because they're going to be announcing a whole bunch of new products at that point. Robert, thanks for your call. Coming right back, the Virgin River scam here on the Kim Commando Show. To stay tech ahead, join over 650,000 people who take 5 minutes a day to read my free newsletter. Sign up right now at getkim.com. So Leah is a 47-year-old American woman, and she lost $375,000 because some person posed as Martin Henderson from Virgin River. So the bottom line is, if some celebrity comes out to you and says, oh, I love you, I love you, I love you forever, it's a scam. She also moved to New Zealand for the scammer. Crazy stuff. Don't forget to enter to win at winfromkim.com.